see, I know somebody who was so much into that, and after a while, started inviting members to his house.
That is the problem.
I was starting one small fellowship.
I started church.
And then this thing, but something that God did not put together.
Before most people that breaks out of a church starts, what they normally do is they always cause confusion.
Yes.
Division also. They are like the Absalom spirit. Spirit. Oh, if I'm the king, I would have given you justice.
Yeah, if I was a king, I would have given you justice. If I was a pastor,
what they try to do is they try to make the people see the pastor as a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a spiritual person.
Yeah, he's not spiritual.
He's not doing this. He's not doing that. If I were the one, all this stuff. When you see such persons start doing that,
run away.
Look at the one opening your church. So you want to carry people come out.
Yeah.
No, that is how most of the churches see the pastor give and this we should go this way, and doesn't go well with him. The next thing they try to do is he start to leave and cause issues
within the
church. I remember what I said, if you are breaking out from a church, this is a church now, you want to leave a church, must you leave out of strife? Mm-hmm. You want to leave and you didn't go far, now go the next street,
go to open your own,
or you go opposite the place, go open your own. I said, what are you trying to do? Trying to divide the body of Christ by making the other person say this one as a bad person. So that is the problem we have even in the body of Christ. And I tell you, I said, see, if this pastor and this pastor is having an issue, I said, no, join them all. I said, forgive me. I'm a pastor, but I will tell you that many pastors are like politicians. Yes. If they leave a church, they try to castigate the other church where they came out from. And make the members see the other church as nothing. This other church will see this one as nothing. I told that when we were discussing off air, I told that, but I said most of the problems we have in the body of Christ are caused by pastors. Forgive me, it is the truth. Let's not hide away from it. We can't shy away from it. Most of the problem we have in the body of Christ, because if, as I said, the pastor is spiritual, they want to raise a spiritual church.
Mm-hmm.
They want those around him to be spiritual. So you don't have to castigate this other church in order to, so that they will not see your own as. So once you see somebody say, this church, forget that you drank from that same church.
Mm-hmm.
So for the fact that, okay, some time ago, my pastor did something. No, it's not as if he did anything bad. I was the head of the prayer group, and he came one day. It's like he was angry. Something was already making him, that he was already angry. So everybody have his own temperament. So when he came like this, so I was after our prayer, I was telling them about the program we had to do next and so. And he said, wait. He said something. And everybody looked at him. He said, DVG. He said, the people you're not leading well. So I was shocked. My heart was broken. I was like, he said, the last time you did VG, last week was that VG? We said, no, it wasn't. Even the wife, everybody was shocked. So I believe the wife spoke with him at home that what he said was wrong, because everybody can make mistake.
Yeah.
So it wounded me. Seriously, my heart was, in fact, I don't know, it's like my heart was wounded. And on Sunday, I still went to church, the usual time, before every other person came to church. I went to church to clean up the church and all this stuff. I started praying before the other people started coming to join me for the prayer meeting and all this stuff. I did everything normal, but I made up my mind, I'm going to resign. That is me. I believe in living peacefully without issue. So that Sunday, after the service, I went to meet him. I said, sir, thank you, sir. I appreciated him. Thank you for what you allowed God to use you. How we have affected our lives positively and all this stuff. Thank you for having made me the head of this. I appreciate. But sir, please, I want to resign. I don't want to be among the workforce. He said, I was shocked.
Nah, shock.
He said, why? I said, I can't be in a place where I'm not letting the people well. So it's better I leave. And I said, oh, sorry. That kind of a thing. It came, he was already troubled before he came. So I said, and before I left the church, they did send forth. When God asked me to move, I went to him and said, sir, look at what the Lord is saying. And he said, okay, give me time to pray about it. I prayed and he got the confirmation. When I got the confirmation, I said, okay, fine. When do you want it? So we discuss and all this stuff. And I served during those periods. And within those period, I was very careful. You know, sometimes some pastors go make you, they go, you know that kind of thing. They can cause issue and say out of the church. So I was very careful. This time around, like when a guy wants settle boss, and when boss wants settle boy, the boy have to behave himself within that period.
So that
I have to behave myself very well and all this stuff. And after the service that day, they prayed for me, they anointed me. Some people were crying, like suddenly you are leaving, that kind of thing. And that is like I moved on. And we still communicate. Even when I moved on, I still go to them once in a while to still join them in the place of prayer. So when I see divisions among the body of Christ, it is the same thing. Anybody that has that mindset in the choir, if he becomes a pastor, he will do the same thing.
It's true. It's true.
Champion, a champion, a champion. I'm a champion, a champion.